Hey, good morning. It's still the 30th. I was doing some doom scrolling and I did some video watching just now, and I came across a video that talked about mindsets. And I'm just going to laugh just for a sec because there's different sales pitches that people have about mindsets. And, the winner mindset does, X, X, and X, right? And killer instinct mindsets, salesman mindsets, there's all sorts of mindsets out there. What the hell is a fucking mindset, right? It's just a set of attitudes towards stuff, right? It's basically an established set of attitudes. I look at it through the lens of as you interact with your surrounding world, how you engage it really is your attitude. So how should you go about life? How should you think things through? So if you hear somebody tell you you got to have a positive mindset, right? That's your mindset. You got to think positive, and then positive things will come. Well, there's all sorts of truth to every mindset that's ever been pitched to you. There's truth to it. Like if you wanted to be rich, for instance, you can't go out and work for it. You got to go invest for it. And there's mindset to that, the killer instinct mindset. You got to take high risk when you're young, and you got to, there's all sorts of mindsets to either make money, excel in a specific field, or just attitude in life to be helpful, thankful for what you have. So you don't live a life of misery, right? So I'm going to talk about something that makes sense to me, and then stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Like, for instance, the idea as a human being that you could tell another human being that all you need is a positive mindset. Okay. Just by saying that to another person, you already don't have a positive mindset. Because you're out there looking at other people like, you got to change, you got to change, you got to change. What positive mindset could you possibly have if that is the message you're telling other people to have? I try to look at things through the lens of the messenger and the receiver, all right? The messenger says, have a positive mindset. What is he selling? He's selling to the receiver, change your thinking. Change it. Instead of thinking about X, which is negative, turn it to this, which is positive. And if every time you could do that, you're never on the negative, you're just focused on the positive. It makes sense, right? So you're always happier because you're focused on the positive. But is that reality? Is that anybody's reality? Even the person saying it, is that their reality? Is life just like that? You could just flip a switch. It's not. It's not. It's a perspective thing. If you're above certain levels of drama, you could preach that to another person as how you got in your position was I had that mindset that got me here. You just got to change your mindset and you'll get here too. What does that do when you got a lot of money? What does that do? Doesn't it create a large audience? Doesn't everybody start focusing on you? Shit. Elon. Shit. Andrew Tate. Shit. Donald J. Trump. Shit. Mark Cuban. Shit. Any billionaire. How'd you get your money? Oh man, when they talk, it don't matter if they're making sense or don't make sense, does it? Think about it. There's quack people out there, really quack people that have a lot of money. They're off the charts quack. But the money makes their words way more than other people for some reason, right? Because we're tying stuff to a positive mindset, or if you do it like I do it, you're going to be rich. If you listen to what I'm saying, then your path is going to be my path. We're all on this path. You just got to listen to me. It gives people the hype. You know that they're on to shit you could not understand, and if you listen to them, you will understand it. Positive mindset. You know, there's all sorts of different mindsets. There's anybody out there that could critique anything I just said. They can go through each line and go, you know, you got to look at it like this. No, you got to look at it like that. And there, I try to. I do try to look at everything from perspectives, man. I spend my days on end looking at other situations and trying to see, like, how could we have avoided this? What could we have done different? Why is nobody reacting the way I'm reacting, you know? Or why is there not enough of us reacting like this, right? So my mindset is pretty simple, man. And I feel like if you do it ongoing, you will find some success. You may not have all the success in the world, but you're going to find some. And most of your success, you're going to be able to measure against yourself. So you know you could see the improvement. All right. So the first and foremost, only mindset I feel like you should have is you should never stop bettering yourself. You are all you got. You're it. I'm it for me. You're it for you. You get one spin around, and then maybe you know what happens next, maybe you don't. But what we know for sure right now, before us, what we can see plain as day, is there's people that get bored and people that move on. And so for sure, we get one spin. And you could throw in the towel anytime you want. You could say, I'm good enough now. You can. And I'm okay with that. I don't care if you want to better yourself at all or not. But I feel like that's a shortcoming. I feel like that's a lazy side to things. A lazy approach, actually, to the world. And I feel like by you doing that, whatever you could have become, whatever you could have achieved in life in terms of helping, assisting, teaching others, maybe there was something foundational you could have discovered yourself. If you were bettering yourself ongoing, you would have reached it. So I believe that's the biggest one. Is never stop bettering. Now, what does that look like, though? What does that look like? Well, you could always see yourself yesterday, and tomorrow you could say, well, yesterday I looked like this, or I behaved like this, or I only knew this much information. Today I know a little bit more, I could see it, and now tomorrow, where am I going to be? That works in everything. You can measure it in books read. Just put a number. I read one this week. Now I read two next. And I read two more. Oh, 2 a week seems to be the thing, man. Let's see how many books I can put down. Let's see which types. Oh, man, now I'm at 3 a week. I found a little more time. That's a measure of bettering. The more books you read, the better and more understanding you will have. I just hope you know fantasy from fiction. There are books out there that can really lead you wrong, but I feel like that's a foundational thing, reading books, bettering yourself. How about somebody overweight? What's bettering themselves? It's pounds lost. What's my goal? How much am I getting towards my goal? Pounds lost, that's self-bettering. That's waking up each day going, you know what, I'm going to better myself. I've decided. Okay, what's another one? How about school courses taken? You know, there's people out there that think the more school you take, the worse you become as a person. I totally disagree. I think the more school you get, the more and more and more school you get, the more you dwarf everyone around you. It just means you look more awkward to everybody because you know so damn much. I don't think you become worse. I think you become a different person naturally by self-betterment. And if you get self-betterment to the point where another bloke doesn't understand it, you might look radical to them. But school course is taken. What's another one? How about life experiences? Nothing works towards your betterment like a life experience that you never had before. Never knew you loved it until you tried it. And then you realize, oh, I want to do this all the time. Like what? Why do surfers surf? They love it, man. That was a life experience that changed them forever. They never don't want to be on a damn surfboard. They never don't want an epic wave. They never don't want a situation that they can't talk about when they get to the shore. That's something, right? That's something. What about learning, I don't know, learning how to fish, learning how to ride a bike, going from training wheels to a bike to jumping jumps to downhill crazy mountain biking on big jumps, big turns, big obstacles. That one bad turn and it's boom, your day and your life is changed forever. From training wheels to that. Experiences. What do you love? Do you have enough experiences? You know, have you been to a national park? Have you seen the awe of Devil's Tower? I can't emphasize the sight of it. It's hard to envision. Sure, if you're see it on camera, it looks wow. But being there, standing under it, it's a whole different thing. That's a life experience. You don't know if you like it or not. You won't know until you go there and see it if you like things like that. Life experiences. Better people. You find what you love. The moment you know what you love, you have a path. How about being a better partner? Again, we're talking about never stop bettering yourself. Learning new experiences betters yourself because then you know more about you. How about being a better partner? You know, you can't get in a relationship and never change. There's people out there that go, this is how you met me and you love me for it. So what the fuck, right? You know, there's people like that. It shouldn't be like that, though. You should always change. You should always be in betterment mode for yourself and for the people around you. It's hard to envision marrying a child and the child never growing up. You were a child, they were a child, you get married, one of you becomes an adult, the other one stays a child. How do you stay in a relationship? Relationships grow off a foundation that, hey, this is where we met and we agreed and we grow from here together. If no one person's grown, the other one doesn't grow, it always ends. You know, being a better partner is self-betterment. Let's say it doesn't work out in a relationship. You're just like anybody else then. It's super rare to find someone and it work out forever. I mean, I don't know people like that. I just don't. Maybe I do know one from high school. One. There's thousands of us in high school. 1,000 at least. So one, you know, like it's super rare. So you're gonna get hurt, right? So how do you learn from that pain? You become a better partner. You're ready, more ready, or at least you're supposed to be more ready for the next one. The heartbreak you felt should have taught you something. You know? It sucks getting heartbreak, but I'm just saying. Being a better partner should be one of them. Otherwise, it's a revolving door, right? Revolving door. People coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Self-betterment, man. If you find one that's also self-bettering and you're self-bettering, it'll grow. It'll grow. And then on that note, how to be a better lover. You know, I'm not giving anyone advice there. All I'm saying is that is something that's supposed to grow too. In my eyes. So, learn. What's your partner like? What do they enjoy? Just try to be better at it. You don't know how much they'll appreciate that little bit of effort. I'm sure when they do something you really like, you really appreciate the extra effort too. So, being a better lover. Just being better altogether. How do you ever learn what you don't like or like if you don't try it? How do you know who you like or don't like if you don't go meet them? You know, that's how I know the LGBTQ plus group love you all. You're all loved. You just, you know, leave us alone. We just want to live happy too. And I'm down with that. I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah, why not? Don't bother me, I don't bother you. It's not that you bother me at all. I'm just saying. The people that say they're being bothered, they're not. How about, you know, just pick your pony. Pick your pony in society. There's no reason not to try to understand other groups of people. Just go meet them. Just go meet them. I tell you, the only time I've ever felt hostilities is when I meet a group of people that are very hostile towards dissent. They're the only ones that are hostile. The ones that, like, you meet a group and you go in there and you have a different opinion, like, oh yeah, you know, they never thought of it like that, you know. Or I disagree, but, you know, this is why, and moving on. They're all fine. But you go to a group and it's like, you know, it's our way only, exclusively, or the highway. That's the only groups I really ever feel hostility when I meet. Because I'm a disagreeer. I'm a dissenter. And when I dissent, you feel it. You feel the anger of it. Like, you know, somebody telling me that Doge is saving billions, and I'm just like the dissenter there. I'm just like, dude, you can't believe anything they say. Where's the paperwork? Oh, they posted it. Well, why do they keep changing it? Well, they keep updating it. Why do they keep having to update it? And why you believe anything if they keep still updating it? You know, it's like you get to the point where it's like they start going, oh. And hopefully you reach that. Hopefully you get them there. Anyway, it's just a thought. I love y'all, man. I just hope that when people sell you mindsets, you don't look at it in your bank. Your bank is supposed to work as long as you show up and work. The mindset that you have to be different to have a bank is stupid as fuck. It really is. And people selling that are people that are fucking us over. The mindset of you got to be a better partner. You got to be a better yourself than yesterday. Lose the weight. Read more books. Educate yourself. Meet new people. Try new experiences. Try new food. And whenever you stop, fine. But, you know, just know you stopped. We didn't stop. You stopped. You caved in. You threw in the towel. The rest of us want to keep bettering us. Bettering the world. It starts with bettering yourself. If you always want to better yourself, you're going to want a fucking better world. You really are. And at the very least, At the very least, if you're going to quit, at least quit at the point where you at least want to be left alone and everyone else left alone too. At least quit at that point. So everybody has a chance. Don't quit at the point where you think everyone has to be like you. When you quit at 6th grade or you quit in 3rd grade science, it's fucked up, man. When you think about it. The mindset matters. Mindset matters. Your attitude towards situations matter. Have the right one. All right. Love y'all.